Welcome back to another optimization video for the maps on Wild Hearts. Today we're doing the Natsukodachi Isle. Pretty sure I said that correctly. There's no way for me to look up the name right now, because while you're in the map, it does not tell you the name. It's kind of unusual. Alright, so essentially, in this case, the main areas that we need to hit after you collected all the collectibles, unless you don't really want to, but the Tsukumo aren't that hard to find here, is going to be here. This is where the squirrel usually is. I'm just going by actual animals in this case, because I can't remember all the names at the moment. I'm kind of going through a little sickness right now, so I'm just kind of barely here. Alright, so we're going to go through here. The squirrel goes here, occasionally stops here, but is mostly around the shipyard, which is right here. It will sometimes go here, I think, but mostly over here. Around up right here somewhere, I believe. Might be like right here. And then this is like the primary place where all of them go, the center. And then the rooster, their rooster usually goes either here. You can sometimes find him kind of like walking around over here somewhere. And then this is the primary place you'll find the rooster. And then the porcupine hedgehog thing, here, in the center. And then you got the lava back, which is usually up here, goes down over here, and I think he comes back over here. And I haven't met a creature that goes over here just yet, but I'm prepared just in case. Alright, so we're going to start off by finding the best way to get to here. And we could also make it to over here as well, but it's better over here. As you can see, you can just put your fishing thing here. I don't make this my primary world to go to when it comes to like cooking and stuff. That is specifically for the first world. But you can put a zip line here and you can shoot it all the way across over here, and you'll notice how quickly it is to, rather than just running all the way down here. Now, say the creature wanted to go back up here and they want to kind of be right here. You could put a zip line, or you can just run up there. Just basically have a zip line ready for right here, so you could probably put one here, whether the water zip line or not, because you can use the water zip line as both a traveling and also a way to attack them. It does deal more damage. And you're there. Now that's one way you could do it. If you don't want to, use your resources for the vines, you can just teleport to the main base that it recommends later on whenever you use the radars. And you can just kind of jump down here because the boat is right there. And this spot is actually not that bad. It doesn't hit a lot necessarily. It hits the boat over here, but it also hits two places over here. If you notice, it basically just hits here, here, and a little bit of here. I wouldn't recommend, or I wouldn't say here really, but if you use the zip lines, it definitely hits way more than that. Like this. So with the zip lines, what I did is I actually extended it so that not only can he hit here, oh, there's the rooster calf. If you zip line to this portion, you can set up another zip line right here, and you can make it all the way to this end way faster than any of these others. That's why the majority of the transportations are usually on this side. But you'll notice that because of that, this area seems a little bare. I haven't really needed to face a monster that goes up to the top of the shrine tower. I don't know what to call it. So I haven't really made it a primary because I doubt anything will really go up there, honestly. But to get to the ruins, here's a good option. You can Oop. They will sometimes take down these. It's not too bad. You can probably just put it on the tree if you want. I like putting it all the way on the ruin pieces because it allows me to kind of jump into the middle of the battle, and then the lava back will go down there, which you can either run or have another zip line set up somewhere. Probably, probably from up here, honestly, because jumping down does take quite a little bit of time. But once he gets down over here, he'll actually start running around and then get underneath an area you can't really see here. Yeah, like right here. That's where he ends up going. There is a really quick way, as long as you have what is it, like 6 Karakuri points. Let's take that down. So what you'll end up doing is right here, you can actually destroy this if you have 6 Karakuri points, because you can create the hammer and just bash it down. You can do it with 5 if you do the explosion, but if you're not running that and you have the bounce pads, you can use that. And you can put a zip line right here because I think if I remember correctly, it's pretty dangerous to just jump off. Here's a test so that you can see what I mean. Oh, okay. No, it's just delayed, but it is a faster way if you don't like seeing that animation of your character just kind of kneeling on the ground for way too long. And if the monster's already there. Now, what I used to have before I before I had this camp over here, I actually had it up here on top of this mountain. And what I would do is I would jump off and use the windmill to kind of keep myself from falling down too fast. As soon as I was about to hit the ground, I would use it. But I ended up changing that because I wanted something over here for sure, and I didn't have anything. It was the only vulnerable area. So right here, it's specifically just to hit up here. There's nothing else it really goes for. I'm unsure if you have to hunt anything here. I'm pretty sure you would. It looks like a fighting area, but it also could just be a place where you can set up camp. I haven't figured that out yet, but I'm prepared just in case. If not, if it does turn out to be a place where you can set up camp, I'm just going to ignore it and then put the fast travel point right back up here. Because it makes coming over here way easier than just running and then get to this zip line to get here. It's not bad. And now for these 3 areas, they're super easy to get to because I put mine on the side of the cliff. You can usually see the monster would be down there. And then if they're not on this side, they'll be on over here. See? You got the beaver right down there, so you can easily jump in through there rather than fully like chasing it from, say, up here and then it wants to go down here. They usually don't go straight over here. They usually go to here. And say you're like all the way up here, you could just fast travel and then jump down here. It saves some time because the fast travel does end up being quicker. And then the rooster, you can set up a zip line and hit this pole right here. You can lower it or make it higher. Either one's fine. But putting the rooster right here makes it so much faster. Or the vine right here makes it so much faster to get to the rooster. Ooh, I have a lot of trash over here. Making sure my world is clean. But now for the radars, the sensors or whatever, I got one specifically at the main base because it's easy. One in the center and then one over here at the civil settlement, mostly because it actually hits the majority of the map that you need. You don't need too much of the map to be hit, surprisingly, for this one, because in a way this map, although a little bit more up and downsy when it comes down to like traversing. It's kind of smaller than the first world. I think it just feels smaller. But notice how the circles, as long as you have the extended range, you really only need three. And I feel like that's for most of the worlds, except for probably the final world. The final two worlds. There's a fifth one. I haven't seen it, but maybe that one. But notice how it also hits over here all over the beach, and that's just the one that's on the boat. You'll be able to see the one on the boat if I go towards it. I believe. Okay, it's probably on the inside of the boat then. Yeah, there it is. So I put it, you know, as close to the other radar so it can get hit as possible. And it's not hard to get over here either. So this is just my optimization. Obviously, you know, this is probably the most basic way you could probably put it. There are many other options you can choose. I find that the roller is nice, even if you're like able to just kind of drive to it or whatever and get the speed up on it, because I don't have the speed up on it, but it still doesn't feel like it's worth traveling from one area to the other just yet, so I don't really utilize it very much at the moment. In the other worlds, I might. It's a decision I'm coming to, but this is the map that I practice the most with when it comes down to how I optimize it, because I've kind of looked through all of them and done a whole bunch of hunts to be able to tell if it feels nice, if it feels fast and effective. So far, everything seems to be effective. I'm able to say that this is definitely a really good way of setting up your map for specifically hunts. Now, if it's for like farming and stuff, as you can see, the map will show you where the small kimono, the creatures, and all the bugs are. I'm unsure on farming, like vegetables and meat and stuff, but it is specifically for, this is primarily to optimize for hunts. So if you're going for or using this for gathering, it's probably not the best. I'm not fully sure on what the best for gathering is. But other than that, this is my take on a good optimized. If you have any other ideas on how it could be better improved, at the moment, this is just a level 2 camps on everything, basically. So the Dragon Pit is only at level 2, which is basically the minimum you can get throughout the story. If you start, like, you get there and you start seeing the monsters, you can get them max to level 2. And then throughout the story, you'll probably be able to get through level 3. But for now, this is just a level 2 version for it. For optimization. Once you get more and you're able to put more tents down, I'm sure it'll be way better. And whatever you want to use. Like, we also got the launcher that you can use to get to certain areas if you really feel like it would be effective. Because there is a way to make it launch you even farther, but so far I haven't needed a use for it. So if you have any ideas or any other suggestions that would make the map more optimized for traveling to the monsters, rather than chasing them down, running from place to place while they move from point to point, definitely leave it in the comments. If you found this video helpful, leave a like, and I appreciate the watch. Happy hunting, and have a good day, night, evening. Other one's fine.